Not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, we got to get to the business of XL Primetime. The noon hour has struck 12 bells, and we are in and ready to go. Welcome in a hump day version of XLP, thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Plenty to get into today, and you get into some great golf if you want to head out to the Golf Club of Southampton, telling you all about them as the day goes along today. But you just heard RJ do the update, and Tom Coughlin is one of a dozen in the coaches' what would you call it? Not category, but coaches' candidacy as far as making it into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I say to myself, why is he not getting more love? Why is it not something that is being mentioned more often? He beat Belly twice and stopped Belichick from achieving history with the greatest team in an undefeated season, finally sending Mercury Morris and all them packing, and Tom Coughlin got in the way of that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. I heard about Jimmy going into 2026, but as far as the coaching go, I didn't even know he was in the running for it. He's more than deserving, absolutely.
Well, he's certainly been in the conversation before, but I just treat it like it's minimal conversation. I think he's largely ignored. We're talking about a two-time Super Bowl winning head coach.
It's weird, right?
It is weird.
And you would think he'd be like a lock first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
Especially not only just by winning the two Super Bowls, but the fact that he took an expansion team, and in the first, 6 seasons, they were in the playoffs four times.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone wants to argue, oh, my gosh.
2 AFC championship games?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to argue that, man.
Well, the way expansion worked back then, they gave gifts, at least in the minds of some of the old school NFL fans, that they gave gifts to Carolina and Jacksonville to start the franchise, planted more good seeds with the opportunity to work the draft and free agency and everything like that, because both Carolina and Jacksonville got out of the box hot.
But they had to do a talent evaluation. All those picks that they got, they may not work, but they did work. And TC and them did a phenomenal job in the draft with the picks they got and in free agency to build the little dynasty that we had back then in those days.
An unbelievable job in the draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what they did, just remarkable, actually, if you really look back at it. And we've done that before, but it's just, you look at that team, look at Leon's team. I mean, they're just, the foundation of those teams, those 4 playoff teams were all the draft.
Right.
And then they supplemented it with guys like Leon, guys that can impact immediately, like Jimmy Smith.
And when you go back and take a look at what Carolina and Jacksonville both made it to the championship game in their second season. So they were given a little bit more of an opportunity. And Carolina's made it to the Super Bowl twice, which drives you crazy, but that's just the reality of it. But it was a couple of different head coaches that did that. But at the same time, when you think about it, my goodness, man, what else do you have to do to be a shoo-in or be one that's regarded and respected as a Hall of Fame worthy coach? That's the thing.
I don't know, but he's got 2 on Belly, so I mean that should keep him. That should put him in front of the line. Now Belly's record is a lot better as far as Super Bowls go, but the fact that he kept him away from 2, I mean, should mean a little something.
Right. Right. When you just think about it, it's just crazy that some of the guys, and look, we can go down the line and think of what do you call it, other players that are ignored, the Freddies of the world, the Jimmys of the world, and this may be the exact same thing with TC. He falls into, hey, we didn't see much of them because they weren't shown to the nation.
Well, he was the Giants.
He was the Giants coach, man.
Super Bowl winning coach.
I think it's because he has a lot of seasons that weren't great.
Right.
Like when they didn't win the Super Bowl, they weren't great. I'm looking up right now. He was only 170 and 150 in his career winning wise.
Well, only 170 wins in the NFL.
I'm just saying 150 losses too.
Oh, I know, but you could start looking up
you can look at every coach, and it's the majority of them are below 500.
Okay, but we're talking about the Hall of Fame and why he's not in right now. That's all I'm saying.
And then the other part of it
is an argument.
Is Eli Manning. It's the same argument for Eli as a Giants quarterback, a lot like TC is the Giants.
So they just got randomly hot for 2 years, is what you're saying.
Well, Eli, if you take a look at it, you want to talk about a mid-record just in terms of he played his teams that he quarterbacked ended up being right around 500. His touchdowns, interceptions, about the same. Those types of things. And he got red hot in 2 postseasons. There's no question about that. And it was also...
He had 366 touchdown passes.
Oh, I know. He had quite a few. But
244 picks.
Yeah. And so it was...
That's a lot.
Yeah, 3-2, basically something in that neighborhood.
I'll take 3-2 right now in this
Yeah, I know.
franchise. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the
Hall of Fame.
bro.
Yeah. And so it's not like we'll take this because what's here is
Right,
even-
I get that, but we're also talking about the guy who won two Super Bowls, man.
But let's go back to it. What helped Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants win against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots?
I mean, the pass rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, the front four, not
Guys
having the
named,
blitz. Yeah.
Michael Strahan,
Michael
Jason
Strahan.
Pierre-Paul.
Yeah,
and-
those guys, absolutely.
Justin Tuck and all those guys. And so that has a hell of a lot to do with it as well. And so anyway, it's just interesting that he did great things with an expansion team. He won 2 Super Bowl rings. He was like a team that went on the road and won a Super Bowl also is another impressive thing that he was able to do. Anyway, you guys definitely can chime
His
in.
problem
on that
too
as
is he's not a media darling.
well. Right. He's
And guess
red-faced.
who's voting on this stuff?
He's burly and
I'll
surly.
allow you that one, too. That I'll allow you.
I mean,
The rest of your argument sucks. So I'll allow you
oh
that.
my god! I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in. I'm just giving you alternate reasons. You know, if you go by his Giants records through the years, there's like 3 good seasons. You know, even the season they won the Super Bowl, they were 9-7.
Right, because they were the wild card that went on
Yeah.
the road. And so it's just, like I said, Eli and TC, one is a media darling, the other one is not, and they both share in the same success that we're talking about with the Giants. And one may get the pass because his name is Manning, and the other one may not get the pass because there'll be more scrutiny attached.
Now, when
to
you say
TC's
media
record.
darling, you mean he doesn't pucker up?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I appreciate Tom for that.
And so, yeah, Tom was always his own dude. Like we said, he wasn't cuddly and a teddy bear or anything like that. But he's the guy that went out and constructed 2 very good, ultimately Super
Which,
Bowl
as a
winning
fan,
football
that's all you care about.
Yeah.
Who cares if your coach is loved by
Exactly.
the journalists?
Right, but
Rings.
I mean, we've
Belly
heard,
is not the most
Right.
Exactly,
endearing
Belly.
figure.
Yeah.
journalists.
Yeah.
I mean, they all lie anyway.
They have terrible sources.
I mean, terrible sources. So, I mean, to me, Leon, you say over and over and over how difficult it is to win a Super Bowl. The guy did it twice.
Twice.
Like, I'd have to go back and look at the record of these guys, but just to throw out the very obvious, the heavy hitters, the Tom Landrys, the Chuck Knowles, Mike Shanahan is a 2-time Super Bowl winner. You probably could look at his record and you might be able to shoot holes in it. Marv Levy went 4 times but never won it. Bill Walsh, enough said. Joe Gibbs, enough said. Bud Grant went, never won it. He went 4 times. Jimmy Johnson, obviously rings. The Cowers, the Lombardis, the Parcells. But then you go a little past that. Dick Vermeil won, and it was a great run that he had. But he coached in 2 of them. Yeah, coached in 2 of them and was 1-1 because the second time the Rams went, it was Mike Marks as their head coach. And then you got a handful of other ones. The Dungies of the world. Where would you recognize Tony Dungy versus a Tom Coughlin? It's a good discussion.
Yeah, it is. And Tom, I mean, Jimmy's only got 2, and he's in the hole.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he constructed Dallas and did great things. And
Yeah.
also was not.
And was there for a shorter period of time.
There you go. That was,
Right. If you're talking about a short period, it was basically what he did with the Cowboys that got him in. I mean, because if you look at
The Dolphins.
Right.
Dolphins, no.
Terrible.
He went
Right.
he went down there and they were basically kind of batting around 500. Then they did get to the postseason. This team knocked
know what
him out
happened
and
there.
them out. We know what happened then. 62-7 happened, and then Jimmy wasn't long for that job anymore. Nor was Danny Marino. So it's just a good discussion. You guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It is a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Beautiful weather. Take advantage of it. Call 287-PLAY. Put a peg in the ground. Go on out. Just enjoy it. They got the practice area. They got the 18 holes. They have now the renovation plan for next year, and you can have membership before all that goes down with great savings, including a $1,500 discount on their initiation fee with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at the Golf Club of Southampton's Facebook page, or you can give them a call, 287-PLAY. So let's do a little Jaguar thing coming up here in just a second. We got our XLP to the CFP that we will do and dig down on some college football storylines, but must have and must stop during the bye week. Okay, so think about that. Must have, must stop. We'll do our XLP Big Three coming up next.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
4th and goal at the 1. They set up in the eye.
When you add up the moments and break down the best,
It's a hostile environment.
you're left with a performance painting, high performance play of the game
Up in the air, it is caught!
on 1010 XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Now, the Hurricane Report, brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Canes finally dropped their first game of the season on Friday night against Louisville 24-21. Miami tried to force their way back and had a chance to win or tie at the end, but Carson Beck's 4th interception sealed the win for the Cardinals. Next up for the Canes, it's Stanford once again at home, 7 p.m. on Saturday. The Hurricane Report brought to you by Performance Painting.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. You know that other Frangie? Well, he's my dad. But I'm here to tell you about how much I appreciate the Awaken 180 weight loss program and how it's changed my life. Like a lot of folks, I let myself go a little. Not proud of that, but it happens. And I wasn't sure what to do. I've tried a lot of other weight loss programs, but they just didn't work. Not like Awaken 180. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. And best of all, really fast results. You eat the food that's provided, and it's really good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken 180.
Jacksonville is football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Sports fans, this is David Garrard here. And if you're suffering from orthopedic soreness, make an appointment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where everyone is treated like a pro.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
XLP to the CFP coming up in just a little bit. We break it down with our version of the 12-team playoffs, so that is coming up. And we hang out on a beautiful Wednesday. Thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Let's do some Jaguar talk right now with the XLP Big Three. And it boils down to a bye week, and you're supposed to self-scout, course correct, do all this stuff if you're coming into the bye week off a losing streak, which is exactly what Jacksonville is dealing with. A two-game LLer, and they got to bounce back. So I need must-haves and must-stops. Now, we don't need three of each, Big, but give me a combo, some kind of combo of your XLP Big Three.
All right, must-haves coming off the bye, big plays, offense to defense. All right?
I like that.
I like to see the ball going down the field offensively, a couple of big runs. And we got to get back to that big play, that kind of stuff. And defensively, we've tapered off a little bit as far as the big plays go, as far as the interceptions, turnovers, strip fumbles, that kind of stuff. So you got to, this bye, you got to be thinking of that. Incorporate that back into your game plan if you want to get back on a nice little streak.
Right. Yeah, I like that. All right, Matty.
Must have, must buy. I'm sticking with the fundamentals. Okay? It's football. You run the ball, you pass the ball, you block, you tackle. Okay?
I like that.
So
I'm all for
must
it.
have, catch the damn ball. Okay, that's number one.
Okay.
21 drops. 21 drops, Joe.
I know, man.
Okay?
I've been witness to it.
It's must have. What's the other one? I don't want to
Must
say
stop.
this correctly. Must stop.
Yeah.
Stop committing penalties.
Okay, now we said this, like, we know the main ones. We wanted
Well,
to
I
drill
did my
down.
must-have. I'm trying to stay on the positive tip. But go ahead. You're in the zone right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm tired of being positive right now. We're 7 games into this
you don't
thing.
have to.
You got 12 penalties. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't have to be positive. You don't have to be like.
I tried positive.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys saw
Actually,
it. You guys were all shocked by it.
Yeah, you did it for like 15 seconds.
Feel right.
No, for like 4 or 5 weeks I did.
I really don't recall.
I didn't know who you were.
And then they can't line up on side, and the
I'm like
jumping
a guy.
off side, and they're holding, and I mean, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
They all knew the script. Here's the best part, too. Here's the best part. They all knew the play script, okay? You go first couple series play scripts, right? They knew the first play was a throw. Knew it. First play sack.
Yeah, it's you're telling everybody what they already know.
I know, and I'm just telling you, like, we could talk about big plays, and I want to see this guy do this and this guy do that. Let's just start with fundamentals, okay?
Yeah,
Let's do that.
And they haven't. We've been saying fundamentals for the last 3 or 4 weeks. That's why we were looking for something a little deeper than that, because those are pretty dang obvious. Okay, stop it with the penalties. They have nearly. I think it may be even more than 500.
All right,
yards.
I'll give you one that's
yards of penalties. They got
kind of a
65 flags. Okay, everybody has seen the laundry on the ground.
7 games, 65 flags.
65.
7
flags.
games, 21 drops.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one that kind of crosses both. Okay.
All right.
Trevor.
Yeah.
The Hall of Famer said this on our show last week, Kurt Warner. Make the easy throws.
Well, I love the fact that he did mention the word or the phrase layup quite a bit in the broadcast. We were the first to hear it. Okay, the nation, the world
we
heard
had
it.
Kurt Warner on with the first.
We were the first to hear it. And if you just think of the word or the
we
phrase.
broke that news, Joe.
Is layup one word or is it a phrase? Is it a
combo? That's one for you.
It's one word.
It's one word.
Okay. I'll
Didn't
go
you
with
go
the
to the School of
compound.
Journalism in Florida?
But it's listen. I had
but the AP they change their rules all the time.
and-
Can't keep up with that.
when
They
when
do.
when
Sometimes
we are
not good either.
when we are living in a world right now where a dictionary accepts literally or figuratively as the same.
I know.
Okay, we have gone.
It's not the only thing they accept is the same.
Yeah, we have gone to H in a handbasket. Okay. Oh no.
You never know what anything is now.
Right, don't worry anymore. Just because you say literally and figuratively all the time, it counts. It counts. All right. So anyway, forget about that.
Anyway, Trevor misses every freaking layup
Yes,
possible.
layup. That's kind of my point. We talk about his accuracy. If he just hit the layups, his accuracy would probably go up 2 percentage points.
Yeah. Well, a great example is
And the drives would be extended.
Well, a great example is the throw to either Travis Hunter or Well, actually, Travis Hunter more
The
the
swing
example.
to ETN was just horrific.
There's just too many
He
of
threw
them.
it at the dirt.
Yeah.
And there was no pressure, nothing. He took the ball. It was a quick throw.
Yeah.
Took it, threw it at the dirt.
And by the way, those quick throws, Leon, that'll get that pass rush off of him if he could just complete them. And that is like a glaring obvious thing.
Yeah, because if you're throwing quick throws accurately throughout the game, then the pass rush becomes frustrating because getting up the field, the ball is gone.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do with the defensive front.
Yeah, it was wet. It was raining, but still. That's
it doesn't. Yeah.
Even when it's wet, that's a 10-yard throw. You got to make that throw.
Yeah, Matt Stafford went down the field hitting 6, 7 different guys, newbies, old school guys. It didn't matter.
On 3 different levels. Right.
Yeah, it didn't
All I'm
matter.
talking about is a simple little swing.
Right. And so, and I think I might have said this to you guys in training camp. It's something that I've seen forever, and I know you guys have as well. Tom Brady in the New England offense, no matter really who was playing, it wasn't like it was just with Randy Moss. It could have been anybody. And they could get a 6-yard completion on first down to the out, to the boundary.
Kevin Falk.
It just seemed like
every
drive
any
they started
damn play
with.
they wanted, they could get it.
And they get to second and 4 like that. And I started to see some of that in training camp. I'm like, yeah. Okay, throw it where only your guy can catch it. Throw it where it's impossible to defend. You know, all the stuff we talked about. And it ain't there.
And then back to life.
Yeah. All right. Give me something else.
All right, I'm gonna give you.
Just depress the hell out.
No, I'm gonna give you another must-have. All right. The must-have. You got to elevate your intensity and execution. All right. Whatever you think you did the week before is not good enough.
Yeah.
If you're not elevating your play week in and week out, and I think this team, I'm telling you, seriously believe this team thought that they played the Chiefs game like it was their freaking Super Bowl.
Is this? Is this a call-out week?
As far as coaching staff, individual,
like in other words,
I think it's a soul. I think it's a soul searching week.
Okay.
I think that everybody individually needs to check themselves.
Okay.
All right, because whatever you think is good is not good enough. So you've got to find a way to take your game to another level, whatever it may be. Find some kind of competitive edge. I don't know if it's in the weight room, in the film room,
right,
in the practice field, after practice, before practice, whatever you need to do, because whatever you're doing is not good enough.
Are you sure that you shouldn't find someone in the building that you don't know and you should talk to them this week? Because remember that Gator guy a couple weeks ago? They beat Texas with that.
Yeah, they did beat Texas.
So,
be
more friendly around.
Are you suggesting we bring in a motivational speaker?
Yeah,
a motivational speaker.
Can we
motivational speaker in?
Can we give you a homework assignment? Can you get him on the air?
Yes, I
Okay.
bet we can. He only had like 400 followers
Right.
online.
I think he had 43.
Find him.
43.
No, wait a minute. Y'all not gonna get this guy so y'all can rag on him, are you?
No,
I want him
That's
to
what
actually.
No, I want to be
He
motivated.
got 43 followers.
I want him to come through XLP and speak to all of Duval. And
That's a good idea.
I
Actually.
like that. I
And
like
you
that.
know-
Motivate the fan base.
Are you going to comp him? Are you going to
Get on that, JJ.
Well, yeah, we'll hook him up, Wingstop, whatever. We'll come up with something.
I'm talking about your flight in the room.
You're gonna pay this man a wing.
We just want him on the
Bring
phone.
him in. Have some Wingstop.
Yeah,
with
we
us,
just
right?
want him on the
was terrible.
phone,
Yeah.
and we know that the Jaguar brass, the Jimmy Gladstones of the world, will be listening, and we're just trying to help.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's an excellent idea if
Okay.
we can get him.
Somebody's got to do something for BTJ.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's true. A hypnotist.
Yes,
we're
a
not
psychic. That was my next thing was to get a psychic
magician.
Yeah, we're not above this. All right.
He needs to go in a dark room.
What else do you have?
Oh, okay. Listen, the other halves is kind of ties in what turnovers. We need more turnovers. Yeah.
And look, true love and takeaways, they don't last forever. Okay, it's not always the case, and so they absolutely have to get back to ball hawking. Remember what we were bragging on them about? They were in position, they were physical, and they got after it. They created, like, this whole punching thing that's going on right now. I'm calling it the NFL UFC because you are in a fist fight every single time you have the ball in your hand. There are guys just throwing punches left and right at you, and you got to figure out a way to wrestle the ball away. And it's become a new thing in the league, and hopefully they can do it. Kind of playing off what you said, one of the other ones I had is that you must stop getting bombed.
Yeah.
Stop getting bombed. It doesn't matter whether it's Tyson Campbell or Greg Newsome back there or anybody else. The 50-yard plays, the 61-yard plays, the 43-yard plays, touchdowns, game clinchers, those types of things, man, that drives me batty. So you got to get in the lab this week and figure out how to shore up the back end of that defense. And that is safety play.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one of mine must stop was sacks and pressures, man.
Okay.
offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, the offensive line over the first 5 weeks, I had them at MVP, the way they were playing, running the ball, protecting the passer, not giving up any sacks. They had a couple of games back-to-back where they had no sacks. And then you go into these last 2 games, they gave up, 14? Mm-hmm. 14 sacks in 2 games?
Combined.
It's unacceptable. Yeah. It's absolutely unacceptable. Everybody on the offensive line has contributed to it.
So stay right there real quick.
Because I want to get to a need, because I think it's a pretty important need, actually.
Right.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
That I feel like they may make line changes, like a Wyatt Milam.
If he's healthy, I think they will, yeah.
Yeah. If healthy, I think this is when you showcase the opportunity to the guy. He may not be able to do it. He may not be better than who else is out there, but this does fall under the same heading. Whatever's going on right now ain't working.
Okay, so but where do you put him? Because he's trained at guard and left tackle.
I'd be putting him at the right.
All right.
And
you wouldn't think about left tackle?
Maybe. Yes, maybe. Walker Little wasn't. He wasn't bad this past week.
You're kind of iffy on that, aren't you?
I'm iffy on the right. I mean, interiorly, I'll be fine.
How about right tackle when you move Anton to left?
Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, I mean, but Anton hasn't played
Trevor
left
can
tackle.
see what's coming at him. Then.
Anton hasn't played left tackle since college.
Right. Listen, most people
riding a bike, bro.
Most people experiment on a Friday night. Okay, experiment on a Sunday afternoon. Take a chance if you want. If you feel like moving Anton over, nothing is sacred right now when it comes to the offensive line.
I would agree with that.
There isn't a hey, don't touch that. It's working.
No job security right now.
Yeah, and so I'm not saying that you have to put Wyatt Milam here or there or whatever. But if he is healthy and they do consider him coming through training camp as
one of the best 5,
capable guy, Jeff Lageman keeps saying he's one of the best 5. Well, we're going to find out if they take a chance during the bye week.
Okay,
once they get back to practice.
Okay, so here's this need that I think needs to be said, and this is kind of the umbrella over, or in the football terms, Leon, the cloud coverage over all what we're talking about. Maybe we need to reassess. Maybe the Seahawks and the Rams are 2 of the best teams in the league.
Oh, they're very good.
The Rams look like the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
So maybe they just got their ass kicked by 2 really good teams.
What did I tell you?
Doesn't mean that they don't need to cut down the penalties. Doesn't mean that they don't need to figure out how to just do the fundamentals. But they play 2 really good teams.
Well, 3 teams in the NFC West are tied with 5-2 records. One's doing it with magic and mirrors in Kyle Shanahan because that's who he is. The other 2 teams look pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to bail them out. You might be right. Kansas City, the Seahawks and the Rams are probably 2 of the best teams in the NFL. But where were the Chiefs?
I don't know. What are the Chiefs?
And the 49ers.
The 49ers.
They beat 2 of these teams.
How were they able to elevate their play in those 2 games and then look like get dragged in the last 2?
Well, I mean, so I could probably tell you about the 49ers. I mean, their defensive line is clearly not the same without Bosa, right?
True, facts.
That was the first game for Purdy coming back, and he missed the next 2 after it.
Well, he's still out.
Still out.
He's still out.
Yeah.
So
they would have almost been better off with Mac.
Yeah, Mac probably would have gave us a better game.
So
they also had a 99-yard pick 6 against the Chiefs.
Yeah, and
that certainly helped. That's a 14-point swing right there. They probably lose that game if they don't get that.
And you can look at obviously.
I probably do.
Yeah. Well, you can look at what San Francisco did to Michael Penix the other day. This is, of course, now 2 or 3 weeks minus Nick Bosa. They're still getting the work done. That's for sure. All right.
They're awesome.
I'm not. Look,
but that's
again,
awesome with Mac Jones.
Right. Yeah. I don't want this to be. I'm not minimizing those wins. I think they were great wins, the Chiefs and the Niners. What I'm saying is maybe we need to highlight these last 2 losses as, whoa, these are 2 really good teams.
Right. I'm just going to say 4 good teams, and they've split it with them. That's pretty good. 2-2 against 4 good teams. That is a positive. Let's just see what they can do off of that. All right, we'll keep it going. You guys are more than welcome. Jump in the YouTube chat. Jump on the text line at 641-1010, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Dizzy said, "What the H is Jimmy doing?" Talking about trading Tyson and getting Greg Newsome. So there are plenty of critics out there. We accept them. We love them. So keep it coming. That's for sure. It is XL Primetime. Let's get to the XLP to the CFP coming up.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We all make decisions every day, but with PrizePicks, being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Daniel Jones, more or less than 243 passing yards. Jamar Chase, more or less than 62 receiving yards. It's just that simple, everybody. And here's the best part. PrizePicks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with FlexPlay, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all PrizePicks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play 5 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
I know 2 brothers whose minds are always in the gutters.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Kevin.
We are the Good Brothers.
That's good with an E.
From Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
We install 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, plus we repair and replace roofs, pool enclosures, and super gutters.
We are the Good Brothers, veteran-owned and local.
Visit goodbrothersroofsandgutters.com.
License number CCC 1334384.
Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
It's holiday season and it's not too late to find the perfect spot to celebrate with your team. Fourscore is a place that brings the energy, where great food, craft drinks, and unreal vibes meet cutting-edge full-swing simulators. Don't play golf? Do not worry. With over 40 interactive games, Fourscore has something that everyone will enjoy. Perfect for company outings, birthdays, and even private events that go beyond the ordinary. With locations in historic San Marco and centrally located Gate Parkway, Fourscore is ready to make your next celebration unforgettable. Hit the easy button and book your event today at fourscoregolf.com.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your favorite band live, first chord hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the College Football Playoff.
Well, I tell you what, man. Changes this past week, it is safe to say. What we witnessed in the world of college football, gone from the ranks of the unbeaten, the Ole Misses of the world, the Texas Techs of the world. In fact, 5 teams fell from the ranks of the unbeaten, including that coach out at UNLV. He was trying to work his way into the group of 5 in that top spot. But what happened? That's what happened, okay? So 5 teams fell from the unbeaten ranks. But let's get
I could think of another one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team down south.
Yeah. The Mario
lives in Coral Gables.
The Mario Miami Canes, courtesy of 4 Carson Beck picks. And honestly, you guys weren't ready. Okay.
Hey, you know what? That might be part of one of our. That may be one of my wrongs later on today.
We got that coming up.
Yes,
This is
That's hard to admit y'all weren't ready for the prime time, man.
Yeah.
That's
I was
hard
trying.
to admit.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna send in a petition to ban all Friday night games.
Exactly. It's for the high school kids.
For real.
Let's
The high
not
school
even
kids need
acknowledge
their
that
attention.
game. It
But
was
you guys
You're
played
playing
like
the
high
day
school
they
kids.
played? Is that really what you're going to do?
No, what I'm saying is on Friday night after a bye, we are over.
Yeah.
That offensive line with 4 or 5 NFL starters on it couldn't block that undersized Louisville D line, and you're going to blame it on a day of the week?
I do what I do. Okay.
To cope? Is that your copium?
Listen, I've already blamed them enough.
This is
all right?
process.
All right, so let's get to it.
Process.
Unfortunately, and I'll just announce this right now, Miami by default doesn't move much because there ain't much in the ACC outside of them. But we will definitely get into it. Let's go. Let's go, man.
All right.
12 to 9 as we
12
count
to
them down.
9. All right. At number 12, those Bulls in Tampa, South Florida Bulls. I still got them at number 12 right now. Number 11, making an entry into my top playoff is BYU.
Mm-hmm.
Big game at Iowa State, and then the week after that at play Texas Tech. Should be a pretty good game. At number 10, I got that team in Coral Gables. Who I love so dearly, who broke my heart so many times. Miami Hurricanes at number 10. And at number 9, Diego Vanderbilt, baby.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
All right, my 12
to 9.
My 12 is South Florida. I at this point, I think the Bulls could lose. They could lose a game, win the AAC, and they're still going to get it. They're still going to be the highest ranked group of 5 because they've got the game on Boise State.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what Boise State if Boise State wins the Mountain West.
Well, true.
Head-to-head is going to be a big deal at that point. A big deal. So I think they could still lose a game and get in there. So they're really in the driver's seat.
Because Memphis also lost.
Yeah, Memphis
Right.
is one
That
of the
was
teams.
huge.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think they play this week at Memphis.
They do.
So they could lose that game, then come back, beat Memphis in the AAC championship game,
Right.
Get right in the
And still
playoff.
make it in.
Yeah.
Okay, now that makes sense as far as what you're saying. I got it.
All right, my 11 is Vandy, and I'll tell you what, you guys may not agree with me, but they may not lose again. They may not lose again.
Well,
They've got a very fortunate schedule.
Luke Skywalker
A
rolling
very
into
fortunate
Las Vegas?
schedule. The most difficult part is they have 2 road games. They should win all three home games, including Missouri this weekend. Okay,
Right.
which will be a difficult game. They got to play at Texas, which, I mean, if anybody who watched Texas against Kentucky doesn't think Vandy can beat Texas, you're not watching college football this year. And they got to play at Tennessee to finish the season. That'll be a difficult one because it's a rivalry game. But again, they can win that game. They easily could be 11-1. Easily.
I just want to note that we are in a world where there is now a 12-team college football playoff, which is already crazy, and it includes Vandy, ... and doesn't include LSU, Florida, Oklahoma. You can go down the line with some of the other ones. And you may still have Oklahoma in, but my point is very clear.
See what happens when you hire the right coach?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Vandy did?
Clark Lee, great hire.
They're laying 2.5 this week.
Yeah.
In
that's
a top 15 matchup.
Back-to-back weeks they've laid points.
Yeah.
Right.
They
right.
feel sorry for the lower, the cellar dwellers.
By
of
the way,
SEC.
in last week when they laid those points, I won lunch on JJ.
Well, we're looking into that.
No, there's no looking.
Luckily,
You know
there's
I
a
did.
very nice. Now that we're in like a new neighborhood,
yeah,
there's a Mexican place right next door.
There's the
I think I
kolache
might bring
place.
that in.
There's the kolache place.
So
That's
many
what you gotta
different
do.
options.
All right.
My 10 is Texas Tech.
We run out of time every time with Matt.
I
because
know
he-
we do.
All right, go ahead.
My 10 is Texas Tech. They got the loss, but look, their schedule's very fortunate for them, and they're still the best team. They lost without their starting quarterback. They'll be different when Barron Morton's healthy. My 9 is Miami. And let me tell you something about the Canes that y'all may not know. Miami may not even get in the championship game. There's 3 unbeaten teams in the ACC right now in the league. There's
Yeah, but
Georgia
they'd
Tech.
still get to the playoffs.
No. I don't know
If
about
they
that.
go 11
It could
and
be a
1,
two-bid.
about that.
Don't
I don't know
listen to
about
him,
that.
with a win against
JJ, don't
Notre
listen to him.
Dame, you don't think they would get into the playoff?
You would
Could be a
think, but you
two-bidder.
never know. You never know, man.
All right, keep
Virginia,
going.
by the way, is unbeaten in the league, even though they lost to NC
We're
State.
never
because
gonna
that
get to
game
our
was
top
not
4.
considered.
All right.
That game was not considered a conference game, And then, of course, SMU also.
We got Pat Dooley coming up in 45 minutes. Please continue. All right,
That's
so
it.
All right,
He's trying to run me off.
All
Man.
right, I'm just trying to make sure we get through this. All right, number 12 for me, the Navy midshipmen. Okay, just because they're not in the top 25 doesn't mean they don't need to be recognized. Undefeated, and give them some respect. I've got Tennessee in at that number 11th spot. Excuse me, I had them last week. I kicked them out, and so now I take another team from the state of Tennessee, and that's the Vanderbilt Commodores. So I move them into that number 11 spot. Crazy to think of it. BYU is 10.
We should
Miami.
learn the Vanderbilt fight song and sing it.
Yeah, we should. I should learn it.
If they win at Texas, we should do that.
Maybe, but because they're a pleasant surprise, and they should soak it up. That's for sure. Miami replaces the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech in that number 9 spot. All right, real quick, 8 through 5.
All right, my number 8 is the Lane Train, Ole Miss. I love the back and forth between Georgia until it wasn't. The back and forth. 2 points.
It was a great game.
All right, number 7 is Oregon. My number 6 is Georgia Tech. And my number 5 is the Bulldogs.
Okay, all right.
The Dogs. All right, my 8 is Oklahoma. Big game this week against Ole Miss. Big game in Norman. 7 is Oregon. People are going to forget about them because of that Indiana game, and they're probably end up 11-1.
Yeah,
right. My 6 is Ole Miss. They're literally like they get a defensive stop in that game early, and they score again like they were doing. You go up two scores on them. They had a chance to win that game. Trinidad Chambliss, by the way, last 3 drives against Georgia, 1 of 10 for 1 yard.
Yeah, they got to him. He played a great game.
Georgia finally figured it out after playing just horrifically on defense.
Yeah.
And then my number 5 is Georgia.
All right, 8 through 5 for me. I've got Oregon still stuck among the top 8 in the land. Hotty toddy. I penalize them, but not a ton. They sit there 7th, and basically this is by default when you're looking at the SEC. You put Ole Miss behind Georgia because they lost to them. You put Georgia behind Alabama because they lost to them. But I put Texas A&M 5th. Texas A&M 5th because they almost got Petrino'd. That was a hell of a game, the way things unfolded. They almost got Petrino'd. So there you go. Let's save our 4 through 1 coming up here in just a second. Our XLP to the CFP, it is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. The Gator Boys are back and ready to defend their national title.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
This is Gator Country. Your home for Gators Hoops is 1010XL.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 22nd, 1963, Jim Brown set the NFL single-season rushing record with 1,863 yards.
Guys don't suffer through this season with prostate, bladder, or kidney issues. Ackerman Urology has 4 convenient locations with advanced urological care to improve your health and vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Hey, 1010XL fans, it's game time, but don't get sidelined from the fun. The JTA Game Day Express is the smartest way to get to the bank on time. It's all sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. There are 5 convenient pickup locations across the River City, but remember, Game Day Express is cashless. All passes must be purchased through the MyJTA mobile app. Get your $10 pass today. For all of your game day needs, go to myjtafla.com.
Know when it's time to get hurt, lost wages, injuries that not only hurt but hinder our success. If you're in this position due to the negligence of another, you deserve to be paid. Hey, this is Tom McManus. Injuries suck, so check out Morgan & Morgan. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the country. 100 offices, over 1,000 lawyers, with enough firepower to handle any and all personal injury cases. And they make filing a claim easy, and they don't get paid unless you do. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Visit forthepeople.com or hit pound law from your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and find them in Fernandina.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
We keep it rolling with our XLP to the CFP. We're breaking it down, taking you from 12 to 1. You can enjoy one of those delicious Modelos when you're watching some college ball. And we definitely have fun doing this because you have to look at what goes on each week, make some judgments, and move teams around. Off our text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I'm a Gator fan, but I do feel bad for Miami having to resort to the awful ACC that must pick Friday night games so they can get a guaranteed primetime slot and not have to compete with the SEC and Big Ten.
You feel sorry for Miami.
Okay, bro.
Easy, Pumpkin.
I feel sorry for the team that just got their ass kicked by Miami twice. Had to fire their coach. It is a complete dumpster fire.
That's the default comment. This is strictly about.
So sorry we have to play on a Friday night.
He's just strictly talking about Friday night television for the ACC.
Right. That's all he's saying.
Don't be so sensitive.
Don't ever say you feel sorry for us. We got 5 national titles. You guys will die before you even get to 5.
Look, all he's saying is you guys had to play on Friday. He was feeling bad for you guys.
He's just trying to help.
Hurt people.
That was said with sarcasm.
He's just trying to offer an olive branch.
That's the best line
Come
ever.
on, man.
Yeah.
And it's so true.
I'm so sorry
The
for
most
me.
sensitive, went from the most overconfident to the most sensitive.
No, we're not sensitive. Don't feel sorry for me.
Unbelievable.
I'm sitting on 3 natties.
Unbelievable. All right. I can't wait for it.
Wait till the Lane train gets in Gainesville, baby.
That's
gonna have to hear that forever. If you guys played us now,
I so hope y'all
Then they'll
get
be
them.
like 9-1 and they'll lose to Vandy
Just keep in mind.
in Gainesville.
Keep in mind they could have made the score bigger against Bama if they wanted to.
Yeah, we're not giving them enough hate.
Look, Joe's got to bring Florida State into the conversation.
And I respect that.
His team's been kneecapped, so he's got to reach out and grab Tallahassee and say, come into this conversation so I'm not alone here.
It has nothing to do with that. I'm trying to serve all of our listeners.
Hurt people, hurt people.
That's true, JJ.
All right, 4 to 1, please.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Big Sam.
All right, speaking of a team that could have got beaten worse by Florida State, my number 4 team is Bama. All right, my number 3 team is Texas A&M, Ohio State at 2, and the Hoosiers. I got it 1.
Yeah. Hard to argue right now.
All right.
Quality wins, and I think they call them quality losses. It's confusing, but that's what they call them.
Before I do my 4 to 1, real quick, JJ, Tyler Van Dyke is playing for SMU right now.
A team that's probably going to beat us.
JJ and I
next
were
week.
like, I wonder if somebody got him in the NFL. I think he's in his 7th season.
Yeah, he tore his ACL against
He's
for
playing
Wisconsin.
under the Pavia exception right now.
Remember when he stood in front of that BMW, one of the first NIL guys?
I knew the end was near.
Smoking hot, right? Gently used, I believe.
God,
down
he
there
literally has just
South Florida
tanked since that day.
He might have gotten that off of the lot of Nick Saban, for the Ferrari dealership down there.
I knew the end was near.
Yeah.
When
He
using
went from
that-
Miami to
oh, my
whiskey and now SMU.
All right, my 4 is Texas 8-5, which pretty soon they're going to be Texas 11-1. Texas A&M. They got a very fortunate schedule. They're playing smartly. I guess is the best way to say it. They're finding ways to win.
Big one this weekend at LSU.
Big one at LSU.
They
can go in there and win that game and knock LSU out, and all of a sudden they're 8-0. Yeah, they've got they're almost a lock for the.
Do you know how long it's been? Like, this is a side saucy with the XLP. Do you know how long it's been since A&M has been this far into the season unbeaten?
98.
7-0 right now. The last time was 1994.
Saucy Nugs. Wow. So when they won the Big 12 in 98, they weren't. Wow.
No. And so 94, they were 7-0. If they go 8-0, I believe it takes them back to 92.
Wow.
So.
Wow. All right, my 3 is Alabama. I think the best part about this ride from Alabama is the Alabama fan base is now starting to actually enjoy the games and look forward to the games, because before it was
They
just
were
like
anxious.
Before it was just like, all right, well we're gonna kick their ass. Who cares? Now it's like there's some drama. I really think they're enjoying this now.
Hang on. They went somewhere in between was we're going to kick their A and enjoy it to, oh my God, this is the greatest coach ever, and Kalen DeBoer following the greatest coach ever, to, oh my God, we got to get rid of him.
That's kind of my point. The roller coaster of drama.
Yeah.
I think they like it.
Now the roller coaster's good, but that roller coaster when he was
sure it's not fun.
Yeah.
But I think if you asked High Tide to search his soul in between bong hits, he'd say, yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot.
No, you would think. You would think.
All right. My 2 is Ohio State. Julian Sain's having a monster year, by the way. He's got 19 touchdowns and 1 interception. He's going to end up with like 35, 36, maybe even 39, Leon.
He gets better every week.
He does.
Yeah. He and Ty Simpson battling as far as the climb.
He might be the guy that hits 39 touchdown passes this season.
That's what I was talking about.
Not Trev.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say, Julian saying.
My 1 is Hoosiers.
Yeah.
That's the chant, JoJo. Hoosiers.
I have not heard that one. I need to get some red coveralls and listen to. One of the greatest TaxSlayer Gator Bowls was Indiana versus Tennessee, because I've never seen more coveralls in all my life, and it was just a smoke show.
What's the difference between a coverall and an overall?
I think they're the same.
Yeah,
Are they? They're the same?
Yeah, coveralls, overalls, and just for what it's worth, if you are a dude, you want to cover it all. Okay.
Fact.
So, but,
for all of us,
right? Yeah.
By the way, quick aside: 1998, Texas A&M lost their first game to the Bobby Bowden-led Florida State Seminoles. Number 2 versus number 14. Florida State won 23-14. In East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Was that Slocum coaching them?
Yeah, it's Bucky Richardson playing quarterback for them too.
And in that 94 team you referenced, they actually went 7-0. Then their next game tied 21-21 against SMU, and then went unbeaten the rest of the season.
Wow.
Yeah, and they still don't have a banner. I don't.
No, they haven't won a conference championship since '98.
Yeah, so
since
it's
the Big
crazy.
12, yeah,
it's crazy
because they had sanctions, so they were banned from television for that whole year.
That was that bowl ban back then, and no TV. Yeah,
that's like being on a Friday night or on the CW.
Blackouts and no television for
your club that was '93 for your club.
Yeah,
remember that?
Multiple times. Yeah. I think it was. Was it '93? I was
93,
thinking
definitely, because the Auburn game was.
That was the Auburn game. You're right. So I thought it was '93 and '94, but. Anyway, all right, 4-1. I will put Georgia Tech 4 right now. The mighty Haynes King and Brent Key, and Brent Key's a good coach.
The crowd.
And if he were to come to Florida, he would bring a little toughness to the program. And I love Haynes King.
Buster Faulkner, which would be good, because then you'd have an offense.
Well, I love Haynes King, but he better bring an offense with him besides that one. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, after that, you got to go. Alabama, I'm going to put them in as the number 3 team. I'll go Ohio State 2 and Indiana 1. But you have to give credit right now to Ohio State, what they've done. To remember they lost the greatest defensive coordinator of all time to James Franklin at Penn State. How's that working? That ain't working. And so they're still surrendering the least amount of points in college football. They are savages on that side of the ball. So
it'd be a nice hire for Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
as DC. Jim Knowles.
Yeah, he does have
get
ties.
Jim Knowles, yeah. No, I don't know if he has ties, but you want to go to DC, go get Jim Knowles.
Oh yeah, and he's available.
Yeah,
that's a good one. But honestly, did he have a good defense this year? Not so much.
Ole Miss?
No. Penn State.
Oh, Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They just couldn't score. Their offense was bad.
I guess you're right. There is that.
They held Oregon to what? Regulation, 17 points.
It was, yeah, you're right. It was a good game, but you're right. Offensively wasn't able to get anything.
UCLA was really the only game where they
just got let go.
Yeah, and they had a new play caller. UCLA did, and they were running the football with the quarterback more. It was stuff they didn't expect.
Penn State had given up on. They were done.
Yeah,
and they had to.
They were done.
And Nilco, NIL-Co. He was the original.
Nilco.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. XLP to the CFP. Let's keep it going. We'll get back to you, Jags. We've got Pat Dooley coming up about 15, 20 minutes talking about that coaching search. I hear he's part of the decision-making process in Gainesville. We will ask him that coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Hayes Carline is our special agent. He goes into the locker room to uncover insights about your favorite football team. His mission is to bring it back to you on 1010XL. Special ops support by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The good guys stayed strong and together at their home away from home, and that fight would pay off. In the fourth quarter, Trevor Lawrence would lead the Young Guns on a 5-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by a Travis Hunter touchdown with 9:06 left in regulation. The 2-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
The calls have been pouring in.
It's the strongest phone connection on the First Coast. The Checkmate Coatings phone line covers you with expert interviews from around the country and your opinions and comments from here at home. All day, every day on 1010XL.
Northeast Florida Auto, Power Sports, and RV dealers. Tom McMahon is here for Dealer Connect. The nation's #1 AI conference for dealers is coming to Jacksonville October 29th and 30th at the Marriott Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach. It's 2 days of tackling the future of AI in automotive with some of the industry's biggest names. Keynote speaker, Hall of Famer Joe Theismann will autograph items to benefit the Tom Coughlin J Fund. Get tickets now at DealerConnect2025.com. That's DealerConnect2025.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference, but what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman and lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop specials. Order a 15-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 and get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off at 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they get the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The Orlando Magic's opening night of the 2025-26 regular season is already off to a good start. After a shoot-around earlier this morning, the Magic announced that guard Jalen Suggs is expected to play in the team's season opener against the Miami Heat at the Kia Center at 7 p.m. Right now, 77 degrees at 101. Time and temp. Brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right, Don. Wingstop has got a big promotion. Use promo code JACK15 for $15 off a Wingstop 75-piece wing package for Saturdays and Sundays.
That's JAX15.
JAX15.
Love it.
All right, here we go. So in the locker room, I had to measure the magnitude of the loss to Miami to Louisville, all right? So I had to go back. You know, I only lost 4 games in 5 years when I was in college.
That's more.
But there was a particular game where we were top of the world. Preseason number 1. We go on the road and play BYU. And we lost the game. Ty Detmer, you something. You savage. He went on to win the Heisman Trophy as well, but I understand that. Well, let me tell you remember how I said the streets feed you when you win?
Yeah.
Well, the streets dish you when you lose, too. All right? They do, absolutely. The barber wouldn't even. He used to go in the barber shop, right, at a particular time. Anytime the barber saw me, oh, Leon, you good, get in the chair. I went in after we lost to BYU. He said, you got to stand in line. So I'm just going to put that.
Wow,
put that in
really?
Yeah, oh, yeah, the streets, they were mad at us, absolutely. But the uniqueness of the loss to BYU reflects back to how Miami lost to Louisville. And JJ said that Coach Braum, offensively, he had something for us in the first couple of drives.
He's got some offensive juju.
Yeah, he did. He went up 14-0 on this quick, fast, and hurry. Doesn't help that our quarterback threw 4 interceptions. And that all-pro offensive line we have only had 63 yards rushing the ball. We got to do better. It hurt for a little bit. And a part of my wrong, you know.
Let's just weave it right into that.
I did a lot of chest thumping when Miami was winning. So I had to tell
you know
what's
funny is when you were doing that Friday, you said, I'm doing a lot of chest thumping. You looked at me quietly. You said, on the air, you go, I might be in trouble.
Yeah. Trust me. I got it back. Trust me. Tenfold.
Stanford, right, watch out.
We will. I think we just should kind of weave into because I think it is.
I'm even going to have to practice this, Ralph. I was running.
Okay, so Leon put his first out there.
Yeah, that was when I was young, and I did a lot of taunting, and that's not me. You know, I got beside myself.
That's not me.
The winning was intoxicating. Being on top of the world,
drunk off
of success. You know, overflow. You know,
you need rehab.
I need to go to rehab because all the teams that I taunted, the Floridas, the Florida States, Notre Dames, the South Floridas, came back storming after me when we lost to Louisville.
You know, you've like fallen off when a South Florida Bull can come back at you.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, bro. Yeah. And then on social media, the taunting that was.
Oh, they all formed like Voltron.
Vicious.
Bro, they formed groups on me. So
All right.
Well, obviously they don't know you're orange and blue to the death, so if
Well,
they
no,
did,
they
they wouldn't taunt you like that.
Yeah, but I was wrong. I wouldn't apologize for my taunting. Wrong.
All right, so let's keep it going, Matty. Let's do that. Let's get healthy, okay? This stuff is like normally they charge a high dollar rate to go in and sit down, lay down, whatever. But we do a cathartic. I was wrong here.
All right, I was wrong when I said I thought Georgia would blow Ole Miss out. I was way wrong. I thought Ole Miss was a pretender, and I don't think Ole Miss is a pretender. I think Ole Miss has a very good chance to go into Norman and win that game this week. I mean, Trinidad Chambliss, until those last 3 drives, was remarkable. Had in those first 5 drives, had immediately become, whoa, this dude's got a chance to win the Heisman.
Yeah, I had already ordered some Gator gear for him.
Yeah, they went
straight
here.
to his
And,
apartment.
well, he's in his last year of eligibility. So
yeah, I know, but I was still doing it.
I mean, they win there, and then they keep winning. He's got a chance to get into the thick of that thing. And then, Georgia just kind of figured it out defensively, held them to 1 passing yard in the last 3 drives, 1 of 10 completions, and that ended that. But I think Ole Miss is much better than I think they were.
Okay, I'll go to the other side of that. Yeah, I'll go to the other side because, and I think this might be multiple apologies. This is like a girlfriend you keep breaking up with, you make up, then you got to apologize again. Gunner flipping Stockton. Okay, I got to keep apologizing to this dog, not to this cat, to this dog, because what did he do? He went out and handled a huge stage and matched the guy that Matt just mentioned, and he did it in a couple of different ways. 23 of 31 for 304 yards. That completion percentage is something Trevor dreams about, 74%. And he was money when he needed to be. And I do think that obviously counts big time as far as what he has been able to do. And I do think that over the course of what Gunner's done so far this season, what are we talking about? 1,553 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 pick. He's operating right now at a pretty good rhythm and clip, so I have to give it to him. I was wrong. All right, keep it going.
All right, I was wrong in how this offensive line was going to respond after a terrible game against Seattle. All right, so exactly, I was wrong because I thought there was some pride in that room. The way they got dismantled, against Seattle, I just knew there was enough pride in that room that they would come back the next game in London, a place that they're familiar with, and play better ball. They played worse. They played worse than they played against Seattle. At least you were in the game against Seattle. All right, this game against the Rams, they got demolished.
Yeah.
The first snap, Hainsey gets beat by Fisk and Verse gets a sack on the very first play of the game. I mean, you can't have that kind of stuff. And listen, I've been in those rooms where you've had bad games and the coaches chew your behind out and you got a little pride about yourself and you say, okay, this next game we're going to show up and show out. And that's what I was looking for from this team and this offensive line in particular, who I had the MVP 5 weeks into the season. And now the last 2 games have been atrocious. So I was wrong because I thought this offensive line, had turned the tape, made a turn into wanting to get back to goodness. And I got bad. I got worse than I got before.
Man, just a butt beating. All right, Matt.
That hurt me to say that.
I'm sure it did.
That's two team colors you wore.
Yes.
Proudly. I know what you're saying.
So it's hard for me to say this because I don't want to say it. I really don't. Like I want to be positive about this team, but I was wrong, and I'll say it without saying that. I was wrong when I thought that the funk was gone. I thought that they had made the turn. There's no more funk. The funk is creeping back in. Like, I was the guy who said they'd lose. I thought they'd lose to the Seahawks because I just thought it's a classic trap game, letdown game. But then I was on the show Friday saying I think they're going to beat the Rams. I think they've spent that week in London and they've bonded and they now all know that here's what we got to do. We got to eliminate the penalties. We're a really good team if we can eliminate the penalties and we can do the smart things, the fundamental things. And lo and behold, they just got annihilated.
Yeah.
And I see it as some of that funk creeping back in.
So let me ask you, because I want to get rid of the funk, and I agree with you that it looked like Jags teams.
That looked like last year's team.
It really did, and so that's probably all right. So is that in the locker room? Is that player talent or player comfort? I don't know the answer because I was expecting better instruction, better play, but is it player talent? And like I told you, I don't know where Balky was shopping for talent. And with apologies to the Dollar General store, okay, it was the talent.
It was Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah. But honestly, and I know that it's always a convenient excuse. The cupboard's bare. The last group that was here didn't whatever. But it does look like they're not quality-wise through and through that roster the way you'd like them to be.
Well, I mean, you can't have incompetence at every different level. At some point, you got offensive line who can't run and can't protect. You got a defensive front that can't get after the pass.
Right.
You got a backhand who can't cover. You got a quarterback that is not consistent.
Right.
I mean, at some point, you can't have incompetence at all those different levels.
Wide receivers who
drop passes.
It's a laundry.
All that incompetency that gives you L's, bro.
Yeah.
There has to be some level of good that you can rely on, and right now this team doesn't have it.
Right, and back to that pass pressure, like Jordan Lewis looked like, hey, wow, a veteran comes in here, shows you how to get it done. Now he's getting burned. Now he's getting flagged because there isn't any pass pressure. There's zip.
Let me give you a real quick anecdote about that pass pressure. Everyone out there, Joe and I made a bet for the season. The bet was I bet Trayvon Walker would have more sacks, and he bet Josh Hines Allen would.
bit.
Right now, Trayvon Walker has 1 sack. Josh Hines Allen has a half a sack.
You guys are both losers.
So at Hard Rock,
it's like the race to
2 snails.
Disgustingness.
It is. It's 2 mules. It's 2 snails. But if we at Hard Rock, if we had put a Benjamin down on that one, they would have offered us $10 back on that
right,
one.
just
to
get outta
cancel
here,
the bet.
man.
Just stop talking about it. That's how much that one sucked. All right, so let's say hello to Pat Dooley.
Quickly, I do have a very quick I was wrong. My name is Mark Long /Gator Dave /guy on the SEC Network, and I just have to say, I was wrong about calling Matt out, and I apologize.
Matt's got bad sources.
Matt does have bad
Beautiful. I thought actually it might have been a healthy, cathartic thing for JJ with the smack talk in Miami, but no.
He's more upset than I. He was like texting me,
Dude,
Sunday
during
was
the
like,
broadcast, the guy
the
did
broadcast
that.
did.
That one really pissed me off.
Should we say that guy at least reached out?
He apologized.
What guy?
The SEC broadcaster.
guy. He apologized.
Yeah. I just said, all right, there we go. Pat Dooley. Let's say hello to him. Coming up next, Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Gorgeous day. Call 287-PLAY. Head on out and just get around in and enjoy this weather.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. He's our big hitter.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Tom McManus.
He tackles Jags talk from a middle linebacker's point of view. Fridays on 1010XL. Protected by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL. Brought to you by San Jose Collision.
Florida Gators defeated Mississippi State 23-21 on homecoming weekend, but that was far from the biggest news out of Gainesville as the university announced Sunday that head coach Billy Napier has been fired. The Gators will now start the process of finding the football program's 30th coach in school history.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go Gators!
Poker players, the World Poker Tour is back at Best Bet Jacksonville, October 30th to November 18th, and the guarantees are massive. Event 1 brings a $200,000 guarantee. Event 6 has a $300,000 guarantee, and the main event has an enormous $1 million guarantee. With 14 tournaments, your chances of winning big have never been better. Want in on the action? WPT satellites are already playing out. Don't get left out. Head to bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TerMinix.com. That's right, Terminix it.
When you need plumbing, septic, or air conditioning service, trust matters. That's why more homeowners in Jacksonville choose Duck Duck Rooter, the area's most trusted service company. We're licensed, insured, and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. From small plumbing repairs to major renovations, septic tank pump outs, drain field installations, and full air conditioning service, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Pick it here for Zero Res. Are you scared of ghosts? Of course you're not. They are nearly as scary as some of the things that Zero Res sees in those air ducts. Ducks straight out of a horror film filled with spooky ducks. Gross dander, creepy cobwebs. Which is why Zero Res is here to banish monsters hiding in your vents. Don't be afraid of ghosts. Be afraid of what's in your air ducts. Call Zero Res today and take advantage of our October special. Mention 1010XL. They're offering 15% off duct and dryer vent cleaning. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Travis Hunter played his heart out on Sunday. The rookie sensation tallied 101 yards on 8 receptions to go along with the touchdown, which was his first as a pro. Numbers like this may give the first-round pick confidence moving forward for the Teal and Black this season. And he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through September 30th. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Hey, Googans, Hicken here, and I just want to once again give you this very simple reminder. Wear sunscreen. If you're outside a lot, bring the screen. Put some in your truck, on your boat, in your golf bag, whatever, wherever, just use it. Please. It's hot out there, and I just want you to protect yourself. I use it like it's cool because I think it is, but what's not cool, that's skin cancer. You don't want to deal with that. Go get yourself checked out. It could save your life. Go to beachesdermatology.com and schedule your appointment today. That's beachesdermatology.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
We always like to check in with, you could call him the mayor of Hogtown, longtime columnist Pat Dooley, still doing great work on many different outlets, be it RUF, be it Gators Wire, but also another Dooley noted podcast is where he makes most of his headlines. And we come to you to try and help counsel Gator fans after the ouster, a shocking ouster of Billy Napier. Patrick, how you doing, buddy?
It was stunning. Nobody saw this coming at all. Yeah. I mean, look, I told people this, it's hard for me to talk people off the same ledge I'm on.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's just been, and again, this game was a microcosm of his 4 years at Florida, where you thought things were looking good, and then they almost blew it and had 12 men on the field for a 2-point conversion and all these other mistakes that they made. And somehow Jeff Lebby out Napiered Napier, and
what's he doing? Throwing the ball? Like, what is he doing?
I have no idea. And not only that, but okay, it's a zone blitz, and it was a good call by Ron Roberts, but you should be able to see that guy. He's 6'5" and weighs 365. It's not like he got hidden in the mix.
And Shapen had balled up until that point. He had played a good game.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what that was the problem that Florida had in that game. Obviously, their entire secondary was out, and they were playing a bunch of freshmen back there, and they were able to take advantage of it. And I that's why. But after the game, Billy was way too excited about it, and that's when I went, "Oh, this is going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen in a week. It's happening tomorrow."
So, Dooley, what's the next step as you transition to the next quarterback? What do you need to say? Is it NIL? Is it the next class? What's the next step as far as your transition goes?
Well, look, if what I've heard is true, and again, you never know. I know that Matt is pretty good at finding this kind of stuff out. You nailed it on this whole story. But the boosters have gotten together and they put up a lot of money for NIL. I mean, I've even heard as much as $40 million, and then are willing to pay. Again, Florida will be paying 3 coaches for the second time in the last 10 years at the same time.
Unreal.
I don't know how. Nobody can do it like the Mighty Gators. But they've got to go get somebody, and it's going to be a difficult hire because of obviously the portal and early signing day and the playoffs. You add all those things together, it's almost like you have to get somebody and have him turn his back on his team. And I'm not saying Lane Kiffin will be the guy, but it'll somebody like that is going to be like that unless you go get like a James Franklin who's doing nothing as far as I know right now.
I mean, Duels, they hired James Franklin. That will go over as like the biggest flop of all the 4 hires, I think. I honestly believe that. Of all the 4 hires since Urban Meyer, if they hired James Franklin, it would be – I think James is a good coach, but that is not the guy that they need right now. They're now in a rut of –
they don't want a guy who turned Drew Aller into a 7th round pick.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the problem is they're in like this leap year cycle right now where every 4 years they're firing a coach. So now it's just time to like stand up and say, okay, I don't care what it costs, we're going to get the best guy out there. And if you think that's Kiffin, great. If you think it's Drinkwitz, great. Whoever. But now is the time to go do that. Now is not the time to say, let's hire Alex Golish. Or let's hire, whoever.
Or John Summerall. Is
right, or John Summerall, whoever.
I think he would do good here, but would he do exceptional here? Would he do Spurrier Meyer? I mean, I don't know that there is another guy out there like that.
No, I don't.
Maybe Lane Kiffin can't do that either. Maybe those guys were outliers.
Here, I want to get your thoughts on this real quick, too, is I think we all thought Billy Napier was going to be that. Everybody thought Billy Napier was a perfect hire. He was a great hire guy. This is a young dude who can recruit. He's got a good offense. He's got a history of winning a championship. He's the guy, and I don't think you can do that. I think you got to have a guy that has a history of coaching in that league and knowing how it works. And if you don't get a guy like that, I think you're running down the same road of in 4 years you're going to be doing the same thing.
Well, and again, that's another reason that makes the job not as appealing as it, maybe was 20 years ago, when Will Muschamp was hired. You've got basically, you can give you whatever contract you want, but you're not going to have that much time. And you're going to only have a year and a half before the Gator Nation's either going to turn on you or embrace you, because they don't put up with that around here. And sometimes they're insufferable for that. But there, as you saw from another sellout this week, although what the definition of a sellout is still questionable, they're supporting their team. They're showing up for it, and when you're paying that kind of money for your booster contribution and your ridiculous price tickets, and you're being asked for NIL, at some point you want to see some results, and they just haven't gotten it.
Yeah, that's a lot of trips to the till when you keep asking those individuals.
Oh, and we need money for the stadium renovation.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and you need to help out men's basketball, the national champs, as well. And you need to help out baseball, which is, it's I don't know. You can only go to the well so many times.
Yeah, you go to church, they ask for that second envelope. People take notice. It's the truth when they pass that hat. Hey, at least he outlasted Biff Poggi up there in Charlotte. He can. Billy Napier will always have that.
Much.
I know, but he got a dub over him, and at least he outlasted Biff. All right, we're talking with Pat Dooley.
Wait a minute now. Yeah. Don't forget, Biff Poggi got, I think, 3 wins for Michigan.
That is true.
Interim coach.
That is true.
Yes.
As the interim up there for Sharon Moore.
Yep.
What a great guy that guy is. What a great life he's had. All right, so Pat Dooley, check out another Dooley Noted podcast along with the work at Gators Wire and RUF. But when we talk about the gettables. All right, so there's an imaginary list, which I have one that includes Dan Lanning and all the other ones. But what is a realistic list in your mind? And can you give us at least a sense of what you think Scott Strickland's path will be? Like, how does it go down and how quickly in your mind?
I think they've already had back channels to Lane Kiffin. They want to see what it would take for them to get him, and they're going to try to entice him with not only the huge salary, the opportunity to win, to play in a stadium with 90,000 people versus 65. But I don't know if that's a big deal to him to come back to the state, of Florida, where he's got memories and where certainly his ex-wife have memories, and all that is, are going to be used. And I'm sure they're going to use Todd Golden the way that when Jeremy Foley got Urban Meyer, he used Billy and Christine Donovan to try to convince him, And I think they're going to do the same kind of thing. They're going to put the full court press. If they're going to willing to give $40 million in NIL money, my question would be, why wouldn't you do it for the other guy? Well, we kind of know the reason why. We weren't getting the results, and we were seeing this over and over, and we did give some, but not that much. $55 million. It'll be 15 for the salary, 40 for the NIL, and then about 10 more that you're paying every other coach.
Yeah.
Well, Dooley, as a former Hurricane, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a big fan of Lane Kiffin coming to Florida, but if it happens,
well, that makes me want it even more.
I know it does, absolutely. Well, if that happens, if he's given all the resources at Florida, the expectations in your mind it's got to be championships, right? Not just one.
Yeah. Well, I think when they walk in, if he walks in the door, the anticipation or the expectation is going to be get us to 9 or 10 wins. First year. And this is where sometimes Gator fans live in a fantasy because they had so much success. They lived the highest life anybody's ever lived when you were winning football and basketball championships back to back and back to back. And you had Spurrier winning every SEC championship. They lived that fantasy, but unfortunately, those are the only two coaches that have been ultra successful. So all they're going to ask for is winning more games than you lose and looking like a team that is interesting to watch. But by year two, that'll be the Urban year, as I call it. When you get to year two, Spurrier won the SEC in year two. Urban won the national title in year two. They're going to expect it.
Let me explain fantasy to you real quick. Your idea of $40 million for a new coach is incredible fantasy because Lane makes 10 now annually. It's going to cost at least 12 to get him, maybe 13. Let's just say 12 conservatively. That's 7 years at 12. That's $82 million right there. And that's not even talking about his staff.
I'm going year by year, though. I'm going year by year.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. All right. Well, then what you're doing is you're basically just saying we're doing what Ohio State did. We're taking the Ohio State plan of spending 40-something million annually to win, and it worked. It worked
because we're tired of losing, and that's what the boosters will probably tell everybody. We don't want to walk out of that stadium after a win and booing the coach and saying fire Billy in the second quarter of a game he won. You don't want that scene ever to be. And again, it's kind of classless if you ask me. But the bottom line is they don't want that to happen again. They want to start winning games again, and it's just it's got to happen, and they've got to make the right choice. And look, after Kiffin. There's a lot of guys that I would consider, but I don't know. I think I will say this, if they don't get Kiffin, it will be perceived, I think, in the national media and local media as a failure.
Yeah, it will fall under a similar heading as when they went and swung for big prizes like a Mike Shanahan, remember, some years back. And got a big no, and a handful of other guys.
It was Stoops,
gave him a no.
And Zook were the three guys.
So, honestly, that did not look good. And so this one, all right.
One of those guys doesn't have any rings.
So let's just wrap up with this. Second choice, if for whatever reason the Lane train gets off the tracks, who would be the second in your mind as far as Scott Strickland is concerned?
Well, I don't think anybody here is a big Eli Drinkwitz fan. There's a lot of reasons for it. I think he tries too hard to be clever, but that's okay. I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is Florida's got to find a coach with an edge, and they haven't had that for 4 years. And to be honest with you, Dan Mullen didn't have an edge, but he did have the ability to go for the jugular, and
Right.
he would continue to throw the ball. So they've got to find some combination of Will Muschamp and Dan Mullen. That person does not exist, probably. I don't know that person does exist. I would think that guys like if you look at guys like John Summerall and guys like that, they would make sense, but it's not going to get anybody excited.
Right.
Gator fans would have to Google John Summerall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you hire John Summerall and he hires Will to be his DC and hires Mullen to be his OC. Hey, you laugh, JJ. Believe me, Will was almost a DC this year.
Yeah,
at
but
Florida.
it's the Mullen call.
I mean, Billy Napier almost hired Will this year. Yeah. So that's.
Well, he also Charlie Strong interviewed. He was going to take it, but he just decided I don't want to be. This doesn't feel right. It feels like something is going to go wrong.
Right.
Now
right.
He's
Feels
coaching
like there's a
defensive
dumpster.
lineman down at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, right around the corner. All right, Patrick, as always, man, much appreciated. We did say earlier, and you don't have to deny it, you will have a seat at the table as the mayor of Gainesville when it comes to selecting this coach. So they are counting on you out there in Gator Nation.
I will believe me. I'm sitting here on the 14th hole trying to figure out.
Of course you are. I mean, of course.
I'm going to figure out what to hit and then who the next coach should be in that order.
All right, brother, man. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
All right,
I love you guys.
All right, I love you, man. At Pat_Dooley, another duly noted podcast. Make sure you check him out there. And, of course, RUF and Gators Wire. Oh, man, the Gator fans got a lot to chew over.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
1010XL celebrates the life and memory of Tony Marinatos. He was among the first to believe in our vision as an investor and our biggest supporter. A mentor and friend, Tony's spirit will carry on in the heart of 1010XL.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hey, Googans, Hicken here, and I just want to once again give you this very simple reminder. Wear sunscreen. If you're outside a lot, bring the screen. Put some in your truck, on your boat, in your golf bag. Whatever, wherever, just use it. Please. It's hot out there, and I just want you to protect yourself. I use it like it's cool because I think it is. But what's not cool, that's skin cancer. You don't want to deal with that. Go get yourself checked out. It could save your life. Go to beachesdermatology.com and schedule your appointment today. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Family owned and managed for 20 plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. You know that other Frangie? Well, he's my dad. But I'm here to tell you about how much I appreciate the Awaken 180 weight loss program and how it's changed my life. Like a lot of folks, I let myself go a little. Not proud of that, but it happens. And I wasn't sure what to do. I've tried a lot of other weight loss programs, but they just didn't work. Not like Awaken 180. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. And best of all, really fast results. You eat the food that's provided, and it's really good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken 180.
Celebrating 30 years in Jax Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, my takeaway is that I learned a very valuable lesson about teasing and taunting. Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. And I got barraged by fans that I, were a little chippy with on social media. I didn't expect the backlash, and I didn't understand how terrible I was as a person. I have to learn from this and grow.
I could not wait to come after you.
You were a little over the top. So was JJ.
Yeah,
Both you were a little over the top.
I was.
But I'm all right. You're all right with that, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Smack talking, especially.
And we're only smack talking 2 schools that we have already defeated.
It. That part right there.
And you're kind of smack talking to everybody, but mostly the 2 schools that you beat.
Not Louisville.
You thought you were natty bound, is what you thought.
We did. We still may be.
Yeah.
You were making fun of other teams like they're not that good.
We were.
The SEC's not that good. And
well, I still believe that. This is a down year for the league.
Takeaway. All
right. My takeaway is nothing we've talked about. Tony Vitale, the Tennessee manager, Tennessee baseball team, an elite guy. Guy won the College World Series 2 years ago. He's in the final stages now of finalizing a deal to be the Giants manager. First time ever from college to the MLB.
The skipper out in the NL West.
Yeah.
We'll take it. As a Dodger fan, we will take that 100%. That's interesting, though. We'll find out whether he can do it or not. Want to talk to a guy right now that we know could do it.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
Gio!
Dr. George Bari.
What's up?
How you doing, bro?
In studio.
It's nice to see him. He's scrubbed up.
The bathrooms here are nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's no longer the Jersey Turnpike, man.
That was rough over there.
You can come here and hang out with us, and you can bring people on a tour.
Yeah.
This is yours, right?
I held a couple bladder infections after the last time holding my urine.
What's ours is yours, Gio. All right, listen, if you got a sports injury question, we would love to hear from you. You got the man, fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews, 641-1010. You can hit us with a question. We got a couple left over from last week on XL Primetime. But, Gio, one of the bigger pieces of news when you start talking about this Jacksonville Jaguar team is the bruised ego, the black eye that the Rams gave him. Can you fix any of that? Can you help with
no.
any of that? None of that?
No. Leon last time talked about, do they need psychologists after injury? I think that's
it could be. It could be. All right, so let's get to one big one that came up Monday night. Mike Evans, he just barely comes back as a Bucs wide receiver. This guy's been sensational for a long, long time. Wasn't healthy with the hammy. Comes back. Soon as they try and get the ball in the middle of the field to him, goes up high, comes down hard, hits his head on the field turf, concussed, and has a broken clavicle.
Yeah. That's rough,
That's
right?
hellish, man.
You get the concussion, you're a little confused, and once you come to, you realize your clavicle's broken. That's rough. I know they talked about him possibly missing the rest of the season. I think there's, people are saying different things, but
Right.
usually coming back from this is 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know if they mentioned if he's going to get a surgery or not. Not all clavicle fractures are surgical, but in theory, if they do fix it, he possibly could begin his range of motion sooner rather than later. So I wouldn't be shocked if they do fix it. But Aaron Rodgers came back years ago at 4 weeks, but they did a bunch of stuff to him that you normally don't do to get him back quicker.
He's also not taking the hits that Mike Evans potentially could take.
Right.
Very true.
So what about his age, though? Like, is
How old
there
is he?
anything? He's 32. Is that
I'm
right?
going to put him somewhere around there. Bottom line is he is now tied with Jerry Rice for 11 consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards or more.
So
that's crazy good.
Does that affect the healing? He's 32.
Yeah.
So does that impact the healing process?
Absolutely. I mean, look, the older you get, it definitely is gonna impact your healing. It takes longer to heal as you get older. Now, 32 is not old by any means, but
in that league,
it's old. But I think a 32-year-old should heal well. Obviously, I think if you're 18, 19, 20, a rookie, 21, 22, you're going to heal maybe a little better. But I don't think 32 is that old. I think 32 should heal fine.
I've always wanted to ask you this question too: is NFL bodies, like, he's 32, but considering the wear and tear he's taken, like what, like if you didn't know he played in the NFL and you were examining him, like
Yes.
what would you look at his age?
So I would say, when I was with Doc in fellowship, and we got every single person's MRI on Monday morning because they'd get them like that night or that morning and send in their X-rays and MRIs. Some of these knees and shoulders look terrible, just terrible, and they're in their 20s, and you think you're looking at like a 7-year-old knee or shoulder. And so, I mean, not everybody obviously, but a lot of them were like, "Man, how old is this person?" And it's just bad. I mean, Leon knows. You probably
that's why those guys deserve all the money.
20-year-old shoulders.
You don't want to see those pictures, do you? After what you did to the hands or what you did to the shoulders or anything like that. Oh my gosh! All right, not young. In fact, 40 years old, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Not starting the NBA season with sciatica, and explain it and how treacherous it could be, especially for an athlete.
Yeah. So normally when people say sciatica, they talk about the classic pain down my leg. And so he's 40. Once again, that is not old, but that's ancient in NBA.
The amount of
NFL.
games he's played.
That's right. And when you count playoffs, he's probably played more. Right, many more.
Like
seasons.
an additional 4 seasons, I think, something crazy.
So for him, I think they talked about him maybe coming back mid-November, if I'm not mistaken, which is about 4 weeks from now ish. And really, for that, it's therapy. You could try some anti-inflammatories. You can try some like a steroid pack to help reduce some of the inflammation. We don't know the extent of his injury. We don't know if he has this big herniated disc that's bothering him, or if it's just some inflammation around the nerve, or what's happening, right? So it's a little bit hard to say exactly. But the first thing you would do is therapy and some sort of anti-inflammatory. Now, from what I read, also he's been complaining about this for a while.
Yeah, and you figure this is going through the entire offseason.
So I can only imagine he's already been doing therapy.
Yeah.
And the fact that he cannot come back yet is a little bit worrisome. Right. Assuming that he's been already in treatment. So obviously I don't know the extent of his injury, or sciatica sometimes is also a very broad term.
Yeah. Right.
And so, I wouldn't be shocked if it comes out there's something worse going on, right? That maybe he has this herniated disc that he needs something for. I don't know, but it's tough to say at this point.
All right, real quick, we got to do this one real fast because shockwave therapy is something you do. Want to tell people what you do there real quick. But the doc, hey, can you ask the doc how effective it is applied to a knee? Nephew has been dealing with knee pain from a small meniscus tear. He's had a couple of setbacks.
So shockwave therapy does well. It does well on soft tissue like patellar tendonitis or extensor tendonitis. It does really well for that. There is some evidence that it can help with the pain from meniscus tear. It's not going to heal your meniscus tear, but not all meniscus tears need to have surgery. Right. So it is definitely something you can try. I think if I had to pick between shockwave and PRP for a meniscus tear, I would pick PRP over shockwave. You can definitely do both, which would kind of add to the therapy. But it's definitely something you can try. It's non-invasive. It's very easy to do in the office. I just like PRP. I don't tell people, hey, you're going to spend this money and I can promise you it's going to work. Right? There's always a chance it doesn't work as long as you understand that it's a very easy, non-invasive way of trying.
Is it like a TENS machine?
No, it shoots. So TENS machine is like kind of like electrodes, like a little electric shock. This is actually sound waves that go out at it.
Okay.
And stimulate
effective.
healing.
Yeah, and effective. All right, Gio, thank you, man. BariOrthopedics.com. You can check that out. Check out our show, Breaking Bones.
Yep.
They can find it.
Apple, Google, Spotify.
All right, you the man.
Thanks,
Dr. George Bari. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Joe C for Hard Rock Bet. Hail Marys, QB draws, corner fades, it doesn't matter. When you bet on touchdowns with Hard Rock Bet, every game day can turn into a big payday. Pick your favorite player to find the end zone in Week 6 now. Last week, one bettor turned a $20 three-leg first touchdown scorer parlay into a massive $12,000 win. Are you next? Download the Hard Rock Bet app now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
When plumbing problems strike, don't settle for just any plumber. Make the superior choice with Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. We don't just fix leaks, we fix them right. With honesty, fair pricing, and innovative solutions that can save you thousands. From camera inspections of your pipes to trenchless pipelining that repairs cast iron pipes without tearing up your yard. We go way beyond the drip and clog at Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. No gimmicks, no upsells, just superior service every time. Make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjax.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality.
This is XL Primetime, Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
I didn't mean to stare Leon down when I was listening to the song.
That sounds a little better than me singing it earlier.
But it's just I wasn't even like, I'm scared of Leon.
I am. I'm staring at you.
Stop it.
I'm staring at you.
Stop it.
But I was staring at him because you're the one who said it. So
What's that?
But you were a little bit on your high horse. Both of you were, actually.
Yeah, I felt good. Just the fall back that's the hard part.
Yeah, well, honestly, this Nick Saban said it on game day, and I was thinking, all right, this is classic coach speak, the hyperbole, whatever. And he was legit. He's like, the best thing that happened to him was losing. And I'm like, oh, that's a swipe. But no, he was dead serious.
Oh, yeah.
Dead serious.
Straighten everything out.
And they always fight off the idea that there's nothing good that can come out of losing. Well, you could argue that, but you could also argue there's a hell of a lot of good you can build off of losing. In other words, what coaches get to coach players to do after a loss.
Right, but to be fair, Nick liked it because all they did was win.
Yeah.
Like he liked it because, like you said, he could correct off it. He could tell them, you're not winning every game.
Yeah,
and this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, Mike Norvell's not doing that.
Right.
No.
I got news for you. Nor's Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
That's the problem is you're not coaching off losing here either.
Yeah, because Liam could coach harder off of wins. Hey, you're putting in the work. Now let's do more work.
You just beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And this is who you want to be. And so you could really come at it from both sides. You just beat the Chiefs. You want to be them. Let's keep working. Let's get better than what we just were. And I get that part of it. But also off of a loss. Hey, sober up.
Oh yeah, you got to get back to the fun. You got to get back to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
The stuff that got you there. The little stuff that you might be taking for granted in games is costing you games.
Right. All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl joins us now. They got a little 2-game win streak going up there in Chi-Town. So they
4-game win streak.
4. I was just trying to give you half the credit.
Let's get it right.
But the one thing I did notice, and this is kind of what we're talking about with the bye week and how you become better based on the new leadership and all that kind of stuff. Out of the bye week, I think since 2014, Chicago was 1-10, and then they won off of the bye week against Washington, and then everything. So you figure out how to change and make yourself more complete.
Matt Eberflus had 1 road win in his time in Chicago, and Ben Johnson has 2 already. So that's how
and it's kind of like this team a year ago. They only had 2 home only one home victories, right? Yeah. And so now they had 3 before they had the loss to Seattle. What's coming up?
Yeah, we have Herm Edwards from ESPN is going to join us today, talk a little bit of NFL in general. We'll get into some Jags, of course. De La Fera is coming on. We're going to talk some of this NIL high school stuff that's going on. Ohio has some things they're trying to figure out right now in paying high school students for sports. So we'll get into that. But, yeah, a lot of football today.
Yeah, this NIL creeping into, I'm telling you, Coach Bob, coaching up Pop Warner, he's having to fight him off right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I told you, that's my next
Chick-fil-A's
career.
coming
I heard,
after him
I mean,
right
the 7-on-7 is getting paid. So it's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's nuts. All
T-ball
right,
players. Let's get it.
Thank you. All right, Helmets and Heels coming up as we are done. But, yeah, that's how, the next level of whatever it is, you're like, wait a minute. The college game's been conquered. Let's find out.
I told you guys, we need to get in on this.
And we need to get licensed. Maybe. I don't even know if we do.
We just can't end up
probably
like
not.
Sean Alfordish and be part of a Fed sting.
And we knew it was like, think of what AAU was way back when. They've been signing those cats left and right.
And there was so much dirty money going on there.
Oh my God.
That basketball.
Sonny Vaccaro and all those guys. All right, we're done. Thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Don't forget 287 Play. Great deals right now on a membership, especially when you get ready for the renovation coming up next year. Check it all out. Golf Club of Southampton with a simple phone call, 287 Play. We are done. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, and JJ. Helmets and Heels coming up.
XL Primetime. Driven by Big #1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies.
It's your boy, Big Sirs.